Hey, welcome back to another episode of Be Inspiring TV, where we're inspiring you to live the abundant life you deserve. Guys, we're here every Sunday, and if we're not here, I'm also shooting a video to just give you something to start your week on a positive note. But before we get into our guest, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to View Magazine. Adrena out there in Atlanta, she's doing her thing. And if we're not here, I'm also shooting a video to just give you something to start your week on a positive note. But before we get into our guest, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to View Magazine. Adrena out there in Atlanta, she's doing her thing. Yours or mine? Here, I'm also shooting a video to just give you something to start your week. No way. But before we get into our guest, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to View Magazine. Adrena out there in Atlanta, she's doing her thing. Here, I'm also shooting a video. My bad.
I was going to say I didn't have two devices on.
What? Where did that come from? But hey, technology for you. But I could cut that out. But anyways, yeah. So she's out there in Atlanta doing her thing. Go ahead and check it out, viewmagazine.com and or adrenamartin.com and you'll or who's adrena.com and you'll be able to learn more information about her designs, jewelry, clothes, and different stuff like that. But tonight we have an awesome guest on the line, a speaker, entrepreneur, about to be a published author soon. Her name is Shanail Mo'nick.
Hi, how you guys doing tonight?
Awesome.
I'm awesome. I am super excited. I do definitely want to give it back to you for, actually letting me get on your platform and be able to share what I am doing. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. No problem. I appreciate you for being on here. So go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, well, you guys, my name is Shanail Mo'nick. I am a host of the Successor, the new show Successors coming out. We are recording our seasons now, which should be coming out in a couple of more months. I do have a book that's coming out in another month or two. Also, I am a lupus survivor of 6 years. And I'm telling you, and I also advocate for lupus. I also I am a motivational speaker. I travel all over the U.S. speaking to women and men about life situations that we definitely have to go through to be successful. And also I have another health and wellness company that is under my belt. That's the cause of me being undetected from lupus. So those are a few little things that we do. I do. A few little things.
You got the multiple streams going on over there.
Yes, that exactly. When they told me that you had to have seven, I said I have to find 7 streams of income to
Right.
in different areas, not in the same area, in different areas to be able to become what they say a millionaire or billionaire, whatever one. I'm claiming billions.
Right. So like you didn't start off in business. So tell me a little bit about how you got started and like how you got into the entrepreneurship field.
Okay, well, how I got started was basically back in when I was growing up. My family grew up in the projects, and majority of the time we never had, so we had to make do. And I seen my mother work 2 jobs. I seen my grandma struggle living in the projects blind. So, and seeing them struggle, it made me want to be able to do more, have more. So as I'm growing up, I mean, I got jobs, but I always got fired. And I'm asking, why am I getting fired from these jobs? I'm the hardest worker here. And as I kept getting fired from each job, McDonald's, Burger King, I worked at all of the restaurants, K&W. I worked as Chick-fil-A. I got fired because someone didn't like me from being me. And as I'm growing older, I started working another job for 5 years. And I'm working that job. I'm working from home, a virtual, a virtual counselor from home, financial counselor. As
Mm-hmm.
I'm working, the company, I ended up getting sick and diagnosed with lupus. I went in the hospital for 4 consecutive months, and they gave me a 50-50 chance of living. And the doctors told me that I wouldn't live past 5 years. But I told them that God has the last say so. And, you know, as I'm in the hospital, they called me and told me, you know what, we're terminating your position. I said, I've been with you guys 5 years, a top producer, and you're terminating my position. So I'm asking God again, here it goes. I'm getting terminated from another job or getting fired from another job, but it's not because I have no control. I
Mhm.
can't, I was the best worker, but I got sick. So once I got terminated, you know, I started looking and praying and asking God what it is that He has for me to do. And I said, you know what? It must be something that He want me to start my own, because I look at the past. I've been fired from each one of my jobs, and it wasn't because of my negative attitude. So I started looking and searching. And as I'm searching, I started seeing different things like, you know, living past to be diagnosed with lupus. They say lupus patients don't live with the kind of lupus that I have. So,
Mhm.
you know, I gotta say had, because I'm undetected now due to the fact of me being on all natural detox products from Total Life Changes. So, you know, I took the product, started feeling good, feeling better. And you know what? My story changed. So once I decided, I said, you know what? I better use my story for my glory. As I'm using my story for my glory, I started getting opportunities to speak to people. So God have took me out of what I thought was supposed to be my life and pushed me into my purpose. And once He pushed me into my purpose, that made me see clearly what God had for me to do. So
Right.
then I started seeing, okay, well, I'm looking at other entrepreneurs out here. They're making this amount of money doing this and that. So why can't I try my hand at it? You know, and that was made me want to be an entrepreneur. Is basically looking at the fact that I won't never get fired again. You know, and that's what makes you, what draw you to it. Like no one can tell me what time to get up. No one can tell me that I can't have this amount of money in a certain amount of month. No one can tell me that, you know what, Shanail, we don't need your services no more after I'm going through something, because I can still go through those things and produce in my business because I'm working for myself. So that's what made me push me to want to be an entrepreneur. The fact that I got freedom, time, my life back, my health back, no stress. I'm not building a CEO's business that has, you know, a Porsche and I'm driving a Pinto, you know. So that kind of what pushed me to want to be able to have my own company, do my own thing, and have be free and have freedom. That's it.
Right. Nice story, and I like it. And what are some things that you told yourself, like when you was down, like the doctor gave you some bad news? I know you said you believed in God, and God has the last say. But what are some things that you told yourself to like keep you going? You know, because sometimes it's really hard when you get that type of news. So tell me a little bit of what you told yourself.
Well, basically, I told myself I came too far. I came too far. Look where I came from. You sometimes we go through things and we don't look at what we have came, you know, what we came through. And I looked at the things that I went through already. And if He can save me from those things, then this is something simple. And it's only a test. It's only a test of my faith to see if I'm going to continue to fight for my dreams, fight for my life, fight for whatever I believe in. And so that's what I basically told myself. I told myself, give up what and do what? Die? No, that I'm just saying. It's
Yeah.
just you have to have that type of fight that you're not gonna go down without a good fight. Now I'm tell you that now, because all greats have fought. And they fought until they, you know, they won, or they may lose, but they continue to fight. And that's part of success is failure. You're gonna have shortcomings, you're gonna have stuff happen, you're gonna have sickness, but you have to continue to get back up. I failed 7 times, I got back up the eighth, you know.
Hmm. And like I be watching your videos and I see you speak with such passion and so driven and I'm like, wow, like yes. you know? So like how do you channel or get all that passion to like share your story or make your videos because that's really powerful.
The way that I got the passion to share my story is I would rather share it than someone else tell my story and get the glory, or tell my story and put me in their movie. Why not? I'll give the truth and nothing but the truth. And that's what most people don't understand, that, I'm free. The freedom for me telling my story, it gives me a sense of a confidence that I know I can face tomorrow because I already told my truth. If you don't confess it, then definitely it's going to bound you down. And I confess everything with my mouth and tell it to tell my truths so that I can be free, so that I can know that tomorrow, whatever tomorrow brings, I can face it. I can
Right.
face it because I already confessed it, you know? So, and it's just basically, knowing who you are, knowing that whatever anybody say about you, it does not matter. That's what you say to yourself. It's what you tell yourself. So you got to understand, if you don't tell yourself the truth, then what people tell you, if they tell you a lie, you're gonna believe it.
Right.
Point blank. Period.
And you said something important there. You said you're not afraid to share your story. And like online, most people are like scared to tell like the real stuff that's going on with them, not knowing that it would help people. What are some things you would say to that though?
I would say they have to get free in who they are. And I know who I am, and I know who God made me to be, and how many He aligned me to help some people. If I don't tell my story, those people that He aligned for me to help, I won't be able to reach because I'm scared. And being disobedient is going to cause you to have those kind of the things that go on in your life that you don't understand why you're failing, why you're not being successful, why things are happening in your life that you can't control. So because it's some things that you were called to do, but you don't want to do them. And that's most of the time. And I tell them to get find who they are. Don't let no one tell. Be confident in who you are. Be confident. Don't let no one tell you what you did, or what's going on in your life is wrong, because they need to sweep up under their own rug first before they tell you how to go. What God has done for you and what God is doing in your life. So I tell them just to find who they are. Find who they are.
Okay. What are some tips that you could give someone to like just step out their box and just find who they are, like you said?
Well, some tips I would tell them is, basically, first of all, you need to find, worship, figure out who is you are worshiping, or who is going to be, get confident in that. And then I would tell them also, just do it. Just go ahead and do it. Get rid of that fear. The only way that you can get rid of that fear is just jumping out there on faith and knowing that if you fail, He catches you. So just continue to do it no matter what. And the more that you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. Because I didn't like doing videos at first, but
Body
I
likes.
found out that internet, that's a great marketing tool. And if I wanted to be above the league or in the league with the others, then I'm going to have to step out and do this. I'm going to have to step out and do that. I'm going to have to do things that are not in my comfort zone if I want to reach the market that I'm trying to reach. Because
Right.
you got to reinvent yourself every time, and you got to stay relevant. And if you're staying irrelevant, then you're definitely you're going to hit that mark that you're trying to hit, that goal that you're trying to hit.
Right. Nice. So I know you talked a little bit about like how you started and how you got into entrepreneurship, but tell me some of the like besides having lupus, what are some obstacles that you had to overcome in your journey?
The number one obstacle is no support. No support. My family didn't support me. My mother didn't believe in what I was doing. No support was mostly the best support that I could have had, because it took that crutch and made me go harder. And basically, friends don't support you. You look at things and understand. Okay, I understand why they don't support me, because they want me to stay in on their level. They don't want to see me rise. And some may just don't believe in you because they're looking at your past and who you used to be. But
Hmm.
no support was the best thing that could have ever happened. And then another thing that I felt was that a person that tells the truth is going to be hated, mocked, and not liked at all. And that's the thing. When you tell the truth, people don't like the truth. They like to live lies. So you're not going to get the collaborations because most people are hiding things that they don't want to tell nobody. And they're worried about what somebody else thinks. And that's not me. I don't, whatever anybody thinks, that's what they think. I know what God told me I know what I say about myself. And that's the thing. And then another one is basically being confident in, who I am, being confident. You have to be confident to be able to have conversation with someone to sell yourself and know what you're talking about. So
Right.
those are three things that I would definitely tell people.
And you're not afraid to like put God in business, and like people are afraid to like have mix religion and business and stuff like that. So why how is that very important to you? Because I know it's important to you.
Oh, it definitely is, that may be an issue too. That some people don't like to mix religion with business, but it runs hand in hand. How could you have a business if you don't have faith? It's just understanding that without having confidence, without having God bless your business and people tell you who to work with, your business can fail because you can get in situations and make deals with people who are faulty or who are trying to take advantage of you. So I definitely have to pray over who I collaborate with, who I do business with, because some things are not, just because it's beneficial don't mean it's meant to be. Sometimes you have to, look over a dollar because it's who you're dealing with. You may deal with someone who's gonna try to cut your hand off when you shake it. So I like to use, let them know that I'm coming in all good. Everything is pure. I'm coming honest. I'm gonna do business the right way because if I'm of God, God is the right way, the path, and He's gonna show me the way. So that's how I like. I can't help it. If that stops what I'm doing, then that's hey, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. But and then that's a lot of things that they do now. They don't put God in everything. They took God out of schools, and look what happened. They took God out of praying before they make the bills, but look what happened. So it's just it's God is in everything. He is the all the King of Kings. So and that's just strong. I strongly believe that. No matter what, no matter what, no one can take. And because He saved me, that's another reason. Because when no one was there for me, I had God. I knew that, okay, if I lean on Him, He would never leave me like everybody else did when I was in my hospital bed. And the fact that I knew He already had told me He was going to heal me, and He did, nothing can change how I feel about my God. Nothing can. That's a deal breaker with me. So,
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. So
yeah.
like for your business though, so what are some things that you have to do every day to like make sure you continuously, because entrepreneurship is like challenging because
Mm-hmm.
you have to you're in charge of yourself, and sometimes we don't feel like doing stuff. So how do you take control of that feeling when you feel like that?
How do I take control? That's a good question because someday I just feel like I just want to lay down and not do anything. But what I do is I continuously, make connections with people. I continuously, compliment people and I be pure about it. I continuously, when I'm feeling that way, and I'll connect with some people that give me a hope, that some that give me that uplifting that I need, some that actually they don't know that they motivate me because they just talk to me daily and they make me feel, okay, I'm doing this, Shanail, I'm doing this and this. And when they do that, that helps me. So it gets me up and fired by talking to people who motivate me, who
Right.
keep me going, and who pray for me, and who's, making sure how you doing and sending me text messages and things like that. So it's just surrounding yourself with motivative people and people that have your best interests at heart. because they could tell something wrong with you if you're not up and about. They could tell that if you have energy like I do, your friends can tell if you're not feeling good or what you're doing or you ain't talked to them today. They can tell. So when you're dealing with people that truly have your best interest, they can tell and they'll call you and do things to help you get going, to get your, back on track.
So, like, what are some daily rituals that you have while building your business?
Oh, the first daily ritual is to pray.
Right.
I'm praying before I get out the bed because that's one thing. And then another one is basically saying good morning to everyone. I say good morning, and I expect a good morning back. I don't know if that's like being too high headed or whatever they say, but I do. That's manners. I
Yeah.
expect to say good morning to people and get a good morning back. That makes me feel good to tell somebody great morning, great morning, great morning, great morning. But and then I also basically I read. I read a couple of pages out of my, depending on the GoPro network marketing professional book or any kind of motivational book to help me go about my day. Coaching, I read coaching books from different coaches out here because I lean on them to keep me, from getting stuck. Because sometimes as entrepreneurs, we get stuck and we figure out what we doing ain't working, what ain't going right, what's going on. We have to read because that gives us new ideas and it
Right.
helps us understand. Knowledge is helping us to understand what's going on in our business.
Right. So, like, who it has been one of your most influential persons in your life, and what was the biggest lesson you learned from them?
Well, the most influential person I could say, I have a couple of them. um, I have Stormy. I do Stormy Wellington. She is an influential person to me because I watch her motivational speeches. And I've watched her go from losing everything to making 5 million in 18, in a couple of months, months. So that right there inspired me. 5 million, I mean, losing it all and going, and also Greg and Lanika Scott, they are influential to me because they lost it all and gained it back. Because people can say that they had it, they have it, but for you to lose it and to get it back, that shows that you learned from what your situation. And
Right.
also Eric War, I like him. He's one of my influential. John Maxwell. I do a lot of studying of the greats because if they look, if they successful, if I copy what they doing, I'm gonna be successful too. So it's just following the being a copy in the right cat.
Right. If you if you want to be great, you have to hang out with the greats.
That's right. And if I can't get to their seminars, I'm gonna get their books. I'm gonna listen to them on YouTube. I'm gonna listen to their audio recordings. I'm gonna listen to get their emails, get their in their groups. I'm gonna get whatever it is that I need from them to be able to, sustain my day, to be great in my day.
Right.
More knowledge.
So, like, I know you been in business for a long time. So, like, what are some the month is about to end. So, what are some things that you do to start the month off right?
Woo! Well, starting the month off right is looking at the numbers from last month. That's the, reevaluating my business, like where I need to work at, who I need to work with,
Hmm.
what numbers that I want to hit, making goals. I make goals for what I want to do, how many numbers I want to, exceed this month, and what markets I need to be in. If this market didn't work out, I need to go ahead and focus on another market, or I need to focus on doing something different for this business. But it's basically, and then getting the right team. Because if you got the right team, I'm gonna tell you your business will be successful. But I don't pull people. I let them go. If they want to go, they go. If they want to stay and they learn, then they learn. But I'm there to help. But just having the right team is most important for your businesses and making a goal and a plan.
Okay. So how do you set your goals? What are some what do you focus on?
The bottom line. The bottom line is what we focus on. Okay, how much money that I want to make, and so then I map out how I'm going to make that amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
and how I'm going to make those sales, and what amount of time, and how many people, the numbers to how many people I'm going to have to talk to, and then breaking down, finding the prospects, or finding the people, and basically customer retention. I focus on that, thanking them and letting them know I appreciate them, and refer me to somebody if you know somebody, and look, I'll give you a certain amount off, or I'll do this for you, and try to help them out. Whatever I can do, it's just working your business, just
Right.
basically.
Okay.
And
So
your network. Your
right,
network.
using all streams of media, your offline, not even media alone, but your what you call it, offline friends. That's basically help you build your business too.
Oh
Net,
yeah.
offline networking.
Oh yes, network meeting. That's one thing about me. I'm always at events, meeting and networking with people. I'm always collecting business cards, sending out emails. I send out a lot of emails of people that I meet at networking events. I also connect with them. I may go support their events if they have one. Go to their business and support their business. Buy a book. I'm always doing something because I would want someone to do it for me. So why not I do it for them? And I get that in return. And most people say don't look for nothing in return if you do it, but it's not the fact of looking for nothing in return. It's just business etiquette, straight business etiquette. If you support, me, I support you. That's how business is supposed to go. We're supposed to put your name up there. If I know someone that's doing something, you should be the first person. Or if I know someone that need this, I'm going to refer Shanail to this. It's just business etiquette. And a lot of people don't have that. But hey, it's a book coming soon on that.
So tell me a little bit about that book. So what are some things that you share in that book?
Oh, I share, yeah. I share starting from nothing, like just having a hope, just having keep pushing, just having a from whatever I start from whatever I did, and you have to get the book for that, but from whatever I did from when I was growing up to now, to being able to go speak to people, being able to, transform who I was and how I did it. And polishing up and dressing and things like that. I discuss all of that in the book. So you definitely have to get the book to be able to know those things. So what's in there?
All right. And where can we get that? Do you
It's
have
gonna
it?
it's gonna be all on it's gonna be in Barnes and Noble. And I can't even it's gonna be online, at Amazon, but it's gonna be all over. So I'm share a link on my website at www.chanelmonick.com, and they can pre-order the book. But I want to make sure it's definitely the date on it, because I don't like to have people waiting. I
Right.
like to, yeah, I like to have it there.
So tell me a little bit about your successor. So how did that came about?
Oh, well, the successor show basically came about is I do a lot of lives, as you said before. So, and I had a couple from a production company come to me, and it was like, Shanail, you do a lot of lives. You'd be great hosting your own show. I had never thought about hosting my own show, and so you know what? I'm willing to try anything, and that's the thing about me. I try anything, and because when God, you go through something and your life is always almost taken, you'll try anything. It doesn't, you don't fear, you don't have any kind of, you're not scared. So that's what happened. I said, okay, let's try it. I'll try it. And it became a success because they said I'm natural at doing this. Like, and I'm like, natural. I didn't think I was natural at it. I thought I was freezing up and scared. But when they come in, we record the seasons now, and it's gonna be coming out, and I'm super excited. It's just basically talking to other entrepreneurs or beginning entrepreneurs, the people who want to be entrepreneurs, about being successful, or if they're successful, share how they became successful and who that's there, and like you're doing right now, who inspired them, who is there to help them, what did they run into, or it's just advertising their business. I want them to advertise who they are to the people, because the only way that we can get up is if we lift someone else up,
Right.
and that's basically the successors is success of everybody's business and what they're doing.
Right. Okay. And I know you have like a powerful story. Um, People will get inspired by your story. So like what can you say to some of the young women that are watching that may be in your similar shoes?
Don't give up. That's all I could tell them is don't give up and keep pushing and keep believing in themselves, because as soon as you let doubt kick in, that's when it's over, and as soon as you give up, that's when it's over. And as soon as and search for a higher power, search for guidance, ask for help. Another one, ask for help. Always ask for, don't be scared to ask for help. It's a lot of people out here that's willing to help you. Some may not, but some will give you a helping hand. Just ask for help.
Right. Okay. So you shared a lot of great things on here. Is there any like last minute tips that you like to share or anything that's been on your mind that you haven't spoke of?
Well, it's funny you asked that. I'm just like, because you really asked a lot of great questions and you covered, great things. And it is, I have basically shared my heart, as my heart and soul out, just poured it out. So everything that you have, I'm super excited, and I tell people, just don't give up. Continue to believe in themselves and continue to have hope. Hope for you that God has a plan for you in the future that's greater than what you're going through.
Right.
This is not the end, So keep fighting and keep believing. Keep believing.
Right. Never give up. I mean, like,
Never give up. Never. Once you give up, it's over. Never. Never. Always have that fight in you. Continue to have that fight in you.
I know, like, definitely, because sometimes it gets really hard, honestly, as an entrepreneur, or just not even as an entrepreneur, but in life in general. Like, life
Yeah.
gets really hard. And that's also another reason why I made this, because, like, I went through a time in my life where it, it just was very hard. And, like, I just wanted to, like, use this to inspire people to, like, because if I had this during that time, I probably wouldn't be there as long as
Yeah.
I had. But it's something I had to go through. So that's why I created this show. So like people could be inspired and like learn from different people and learn from different struggles so they know what to do, how to get to where they want to be. So
Yeah. And this is amazing. And I do thank you for having me on here and sharing this with me. I do. I really do. It was awesome talking to you.
thanks. So like thanks everybody for watching. This is Be Inspired TV where we're inspiring you to live the abundant life you deserve. But before we get off, I know you said it earlier, but go ahead and share how we can connect with you one more time.
Okay, well, you can connect with me on my Facebook page. My Facebook fan page, because friend page, public page is 5,000 and more. But you can go to Shanail, SHANAIL my fan page. Also, you can go and reach me, Shanail. I mean www. ShanailMonick.com, or you can reach me on my Instagram at Shanail1, Shanail1. Or basically, you can always inbox me because we do answer inboxes and respond rapidly to any kind of correspondence that I get.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much for coming on here, sharing your heart, pouring your heart out, and just sharing your tips of how we could succeed as entrepreneurs. I
Thank
really
you for having
appreciate
me.
it. You're welcome. So, guys, tune in next week. We have another awesome guest on Be Inspired TV. We're about to hit the 18th episode. We're going strong for 18 weeks. So, guys, tune back in next week, Sunday, same time, 9 p.m. And the link's going to be posted. All right, guys. So, see you on my next episode. Thanks again, Shanail. I'll see you next week. Okay?
All
Take care.
right. Yeah. Bye bye.